Knowing I hate the camera. Huh?
Yeah, I already took.
Oh, we live right now?
Right.
Okay.
We just Facebook and YouTube. Both of them. The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Go on.
Possesses slavery, possesses the people that own us, murder us. That's what it means to slay somebody. It means to kill them without consideration. To slay us. Go ahead and hold themselves not guilty and hold themselves not guilty like this piece of garbage right
What's the agenda? You niggas cowards and pretenders. White flag to the white man, you surrender. Wicked niggas love to hang with sinners. Shit is disgusting to think it's cool to switch genders. Babylon is falling, and one wish is prevalent. Boots, lace, warbands on, we in our element. It's evident they killing out the evidence. Now with murderers, I pray the Lord send the pestilence and cause famine. Wreak havoc and cause damage. Coronavirus shook up the earth, now watch them all panic. Fighting through these curses that we live in. Prepare slaughter, complete the order when it's given here. These crackers crumble, we humble their activity. The board is written if they should go into captivity. These devils must pay for their war crimes. Sell your garments and go and get a sword when it's wartime. Lace your boots when it's wartime. Go and get a sword when it's wartime. Girt your loins when it's wartime. Come. I don't want come when it's wartime. Lace your boots when it's wartime. Go and get a sword when it's wartime. Girt your loins when it's wartime. Come. I don't want come when it's wartime.
Your music can be stopped by a gun. They'll call a gun to come and kill you over your music. That's the world that you live in, man.
Con, I don't want con when it's wartime. Can't be lukewarm, gotta make up your mind. If you ain't heard nothing, you better hit this rhyme. When it go down, you gon' have to be with your kind. Ain't no laughing, ain't no joking on the battlefield. If you don't follow the order, you can get us all killed. Ain't no thing to grab the blocking versus squeeze mine. You gon' learn to do it, not the second, but the first time. 223, 308, AR-15 rifle. Warring with the dragon like I'm the Archangel Michael. I got hand grenades, I pull the pin and throw it at you quicker. I can say a prayer and send up evil curses, now you sick. If we do what the Lord tell us to do, Babylon will fall. I'm gon' do us all, didn't do it, I'm gon' kill them all. It's time to kill, not heal, it's time to break them down, know who you are. Ain't no time to love, it's time to hate, these heathens, time for war. Lace your boots when it's wartime. Go and get a sword when it's wartime. Girt your loins when it's wartime. Come. I don't want come when it's wartime. I keep it.
The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, the Sunday class. We're gonna go in a little bit different of a route this Sunday. Got Officer YAHANNA up here with me. Actually, what I wanted to talk about today was these protests and riots and the future of America with black people who think that it's okay to protest with these devils or whatever
Right.
for some reason. And a lot of people be like, man, but y'all be out there with them and everything like that. Yeah, we out there with our people, for our people, to try to bring our people away from the assimilation that's been going on for centuries for ages with black people, really. Starting at, somebody give me Hellenization on Wikipedia. Starting with the Hellenization of the Jews back in the day. Understand? Now people call it call it the Willie Lynch or whatever. It's the same thing, or Americanization. Really the word to be Hellenized comes from a root word of Hellas or Hellas, which is how ancient people used to say, I'm talking about Greece or whatever. So like, it's the same thing as being like Americanized. Like you might have like a Arabic person that's Americanized, or you might have like a Chinese that's Americanized, meaning that they no longer follow the practices of their people of old times or their ancient tradition that their fathers followed, but they have begun to take on a more American approach to living, and everything like that.
Got it, son. Hellenization or Hellenism.
The mic.
Yeah, I could read it for you. I got it if I could.
Yeah.
Hellenization or Hellenism is the historical spread of ancient Greek culture, religion, and, to a lesser extent, language over foreign peoples conquered by Greeks or brought into their sphere of influence, particularly during the...
Stop right there. Read that last part. What? People that was what? Conquered by?
Salaki, if I could. Language over foreign peoples conquered by Greeks.
Conquered, which means that they were forced to adopt this way of life. Let me get First Maccabees. One and what's up with my damn notes? Well, anyway, they were forced to become Greeks. Understand what I'm saying? Some people, after for a short time in the Maccabees, when we won our land back a little bit or everything like that, and rulership changed within Greece, then we were afforded, you know what I'm saying, to follow our old traditions and everything like that. But some people wanted to still follow the Greek rule. I'm trying to find this. Still wanted to follow the Greek rules. Read First Maccabees. Get First Maccabees 1 and 5 for it.
Come on, concert. This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 5. And after these things, in the Apocrypha, and after these things he fell sick and perceived that he should die. Verse 6. Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable and had been brought up with him from his youth.
I go down to 11. It's a lot.
Come on. Verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
So we had black people that went out to the white people that said, look, man, things ain't going right, you know what I'm saying, or how we think that they should go. We want to start back eating pork again. Understand what I'm saying? We want to start back celebrating our birthday because we had a ball. Understand? So all in all, after this happened, keep going.
Come on, verse 12. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen.
So they got permission from their king to go. He was like, hey, man, if y'all want to go ahead and go. Go do this. Go into Greece. Go get you a white wife. Large in Greece. Everything about Greece is really why they hated the Jews so much, is because we were against homosexuality. Understand what I'm saying? So it came to a point in the Maccabees where nobody could even celebrate their own high holy days anymore. That it said that everybody shall be called by one name, celebrate what we want you to celebrate. So it was just straight tyranny that was masked as us wanting to join unto them. Because really, the reason why we were having hardships when we left from around them is because they made it that way. Israel back in the day was stuck in between two kingdoms, the Syrian and the Seleucid. Yeah, and the Seleucid kingdom. And they both fought over that land. So for some couple of 100 years, we'll be over here, then we'll be with them. And then, man, Israel was just torn in between the two. Understand what I'm saying? But the Hellenization of the Jews, in large part, came because people didn't want to fight. But lo and behold, you know what I'm saying? It's always some brothers like the I.S.U.P.K that ain't taking it, that
Right.
want to be separate. Understand what I'm saying? That don't want that filth in our life or around our people or in our land. See, we march for two different things. Like y'all might think we with the, you know, I'm talking about Black Lives Matter because we talk about black people, these black and natives and Hispanics. Understand what I'm saying? But we marching for two different things. Y'all are marching for give me Proverbs where it says give yeah that, or the one where it says turns away a man's anger. We march for two different things. Understand what I'm saying? We march for total separation from this kingdom, from this devil, from this oppressor, from everybody who rides with this oppressor. What these people are marching with this devil is acceptance in a place with these people. Understand what I'm saying? In Revelation 3:9 says that the Jews gonna bow at our feet. So why would I want to be a part of you and keep bowing at your feet? We march for two different things. And it's not true.
It's like, if I could, sir, just to add, like, if, man, what you're saying is so heavy. Like, the thing about it is, you know, people think we marching, but we're really not even really marching.
Right.
We're using it as an opportunity to fish out people out of the thing, because they think marching will bring us out of this captivity. They think rioting and protesting, and I understand the spirit behind the protest. I understand the riot. I know our people are tired.
Right.
That's why we out there, because we see a revolt happening, and we want to show our people the only change, the only protest, the only cure for the wickedness of the oppressor and everything that we're going through is here in the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander General YAHANNA.
Right.
You understand? And that's why we out there, and we love our people.
Right.
You know, so I just want this to like I got
right,
the scripture.
Yeah, but like it's like the thing is with I heard a brother say trendy activists is that if you marching to steady be under this man, then it's easy for him to quell your anger or suppress your anger and suppress everything like that. Just
Come.
Yeah, you got that thing.
Come. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 14. A gift in secret pacified anger, and a reward in the bosom strong wrath.
So all really Donald Trump got to do for niggas to stop marching, pass a little bit of legislation that put these kind of restraints on laws and everything like that. We want legislation that removes laws, that gives us our own land. We don't. Basically, all in all, is that we don't want to be around white people anymore.
Right.
We're not searching for a better way to coexist with these people. So why would we march with them?
Right.
Understand? See, it's like the passage says, a gift turneth away your anger. Understand what I'm saying? It suppresses it. So what he gonna do? He gonna pass some little BS legislation that might not even get passed, man, but people talking about it so much. Oh man, y'all heard about this new law, everything like that. Oh, he got a new stimulus coming out. Understand what I'm saying? Niggas go spend money and just forget about all this. Shit, you go get you a new cash card, some new J's or something like that. You ain't even thinking about George Floyd no more. You ain't saying his name no more.
Right.
Understand? But the thing is that hurts us with this so much are our leaders. Understand what I'm saying? It's in the black community, the I.S.U.P.K is all we have that's truly looking out for our people.
That's right.
Because it's just like the verse says in Proverbs. That gift has been given to your so-called leaders out here. Al Sharpton, they put him up somewhere. Look, man, I give you this position right here, man. Just keep niggas doing this. Just go say a little something. Have them shouting in the church. Have them shouting at the funeral. Or you say this, they got Terry Crews out here being a... He probably is a homosexual, though, because I can't imagine a nigga being that big and being that goddamn soft like that, unless you a goddamn homosexual.
Right.
And then willfully going, but he got a lot of kids though, huh? It's hard on the niggas.
So if I could, like, if I could say, ain't no way in hell
Right.
I'm gonna let nobody, no man grab me by my loins.
Grasp you in the
understand?
loins,
Like,
nigga.
nice.
In front of your wife.
Good night, sir.
In front of your wife, man. It gotta come to a point in time like where you be like, man, and it's kind of sad that it's only one celebrity that you can bring up that put it all the way on the line. Colin Kaepernick. That you risk everything just to take a knee and oppose them in some kind of way. He probably really wants to whoop somebody's ass, but he took a knee to oppose. Man, he risked everything. Way more than Terry Crews got on the line. Understand? But these are our leaders. Understand what I'm saying? Shit, you got some else to add?
No, right.
Real quick before I get up into this, because Israel done always have fake leaders who done tried to join them, who the devil has seduced with these gifts to seduce us with it. Understand what I'm saying? Give me what's that, Jeremiah? Give me Jeremiah 28. We're gonna talk about Hananiah for a second. He was one of the first ones, real quick. He was up there with Jeremiah, really trying to upstage Jeremiah, who was actually sent by the Lord to I keep losing my notes here. Who was actually give me Jeremiah 28:10. Who was actually sent by the Lord to lead the people. Also must get up here and he's saying all this, man, this gonna be okay. Look, man, he gonna do this. Look, man, we gonna be chilling with him, everything like that. Martin Luther King this, Jesse Jackson this, you understand what I'm saying? Al Sharpton this. The same old speech. Go ahead and read that.
Come on, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28, verse 10. Then Hananiah, the prophet, took the yoke from off the prophet Jeremiah's neck and brake it. Verse 11. And Hananiah spake in the presence of all the people, saying, Thus said the Lord, even so will I break the yoke of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, from the neck of all nations.
Lying. Bro, the Most High ain't telling him that, bro. He out there smoking lotus in them fields while he's slaving. And he get up there in front of all of the people to say something to try to make them feel better. When the whole time, they really even haven't.
Come on. From the neck of all nations within the space of 2 full years. And the prophet Jeremiah went his way. Verse 12. Then the word of the Lord came unto Jeremiah the prophet. After that Hananiah the prophet had broken the yoke from off the neck of the prophet Jeremiah, saying, Go and tell Hananiah, saying, Thus said the Lord, Thou hast broken the yokes of wood, but thou make for them yokes of iron.
So after the Most High hear this man get up there in a straight line, his name, the Most High gets angry. Like, so this nigga like really gonna get up here and say he really must not believe in me. Understand what I'm saying? Al Sharpton does not really believe in God.
Right.
The Reverend Jesse Jackson don't really believe in God. That devil, Joe Osteen, they don't really believe in God, because if they believe in God, then they would be afraid to get up there and take all your goddamn money and do nothing with it and lie to you day in and day out, telling you that some kind of way, if you give them all of your money, then you gonna get a whole lot of money. Or if you just just settle down a little bit. Yeah, they whooping our ass. Yeah, they killing us out here, man. But man, they finna make it so all of them gonna have to wear cameras, and they gonna charge all of them with this, and it's gonna be up for public review. They lied to you, man.
Right.
And the Most High, at this point right here, he gave us an example. He's about to give us an example of what happened to a lying ass nigga that lied to his people in his name. Keep going.
Come. Verse 14. Thus said the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, I have put a yoke of iron upon the neck of all these nations, that they may serve Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, and they shall serve him, and I have given him the beasts of the field also. Verse 15. Then said the prophet Jeremiah unto Hananiah the prophet, Hear now, Hananiah, the Lord has not sent thee, but thou makest this people to trust in a lie.
Right. Keep going.
Come. Verse 16. Therefore, thus said the Lord, Behold, I will cast thee from off the face of the earth. This year thou shalt die, because thou hast taught rebellion against the Lord.
So he sent Jeremiah out there. At this time right here, Jeremiah was basically a teenager. Understand what I'm saying? And people always want to hear something that's soothing, that's good to them. Understand what I'm saying? But the Most High right here, he's really putting Jeremiah up here to show that this is the nigga that I sent, and what he say is going to come true. Because it's just like the scriptures say, a true prophet from a false prophet by his prophecy. If the prophecy comes true, then you know that's the nigga that the Lord chose. Understand what I'm saying? But the Most High was sending Jeremiah out here to show them who the real prophet of the Lord was. We got going.
So like, if I could, man, this is such a heavy breakdown, because it shows me, by reading this, it shows me that since the beginning, the other nations have benefited from using our so-called leaders in the communities, right? Like, we can go into our time, like, and talk about like Planned Parenthood. Margaret Sanger and them used the so-called black leaders, the pastors, the reverends, you know what I'm saying? The slave masters used the prominent slave to read to the other slaves to get them to submit. It's a history, a long history. These other nations have a long history of either benefiting from or using us directly to soothe or pacify the rest of the people, you know what I'm saying, from revolting or from, having a sense of like, what the hell is going on? Like asking questions. That's why you can't ask questions in the Christian church. It's so heavy, man, that you bringing this out.
They don't even must know what's going on.
Right. And to add to it, you know what I'm saying? That lets you know too that these so-called leaders, these so-called pastors and stuff that are here trying to, really lead this flock astray. This is what's going to happen to them. And the Lord has sent real prophets on the earth since 1969. You understand, to come and really prophesy to the people and show them a better way.
Right.
Like that's what Jeremiah is, like a representation of the I.S.U.P.K in this sense.
Correct.
Like, so I just wanted to, man, it's so heavy. Good night. So I'm just
keep going though.
Come. Verse 17. So Hananiah the prophet died the same year in the 7th month. That's it on that, sir.
Oh yeah. So after Jeremiah told these people that, then these people see that like the Lord gave him a specific time that this nigga was gonna die. The nigga dropped dead. Understand? So after this, we got our first warning of what a false prophet was by reading this book. It's in the records right here. Then who came next with the protest? Who came next after that? We got Martin Luther King Jr. Understand what I'm saying? Saying these same, I have a dream, I have dreamed, and all this. I'm Hananiah, I'm Alcimus. We're going to get to Alcimus in a few seconds. Alcimus really remind me a lot of the punk from IUIC. who who he reminded me of, but Hananiah was more like the Martin Luther King type look, man. It's gonna, man, I have a dream that black children and white children gonna be running around skipping and shit together, that our yoke gonna get easier when he take this Jim Crow. Bro, and man, and really Martin Luther King was worse than Hananiah, because what Martin Luther King did, niggas set us back to shit. We might as well just went on ahead and put the damn chains on again. Understand? So shit, he was one, but then you go into the future a little bit, back into the Maccabees. Understand what I'm saying? And then you get another one, and that's our fake Israelite group people. Understand what I'm saying? A nigga that you think that you can trust, because he giving you a lighter version of what these niggas that you know that's real in the UPK is saying. So this is easier for me to get with, because it's less of a transition from the Christian church. It's easier to stomach. It's easier to swallow. It's not really changing. It's not really being separate from the white man, but it's saying that we are, because we saying that we special to the Most High, but you still doing Christmas shit, cutting your hair, not keeping the laws, doing occultism things like the Christian church do, like have all these false and fake breakdowns of the Bible, like women can't wear pants, for instance, and things like that. Understand what I'm saying? It was a dude named I.S.U.P.K that came. So this is the story so far. The father of Judas Maccabeus, which in translation, Maccabee means hammer. So he was the Israelite hammer. He was the hammer of Judah. That's what his name directly translated to, because of his might in war. So his father, named Matthias, he started the revolt because people were being killed on the Sabbath, and they refused to fight. These were the people that didn't after who was that read Maccabees 1? These were the people that didn't follow into hell in his ways, right? Hell in his ways. So these were the people that stayed back. Well, all of them were not warriors. All of them weren't fighters. But there was a split even between them, because some of them believed that they shouldn't fight. Well, Matthias and his son was like, nigga, we gonna fight for hours. Understand what I'm saying? So they went to the mountains. So when the king, the Hellenist king at that point, caught wind of this, he wanted to kill Judas Maccabeus, but he ran into the people real quick. So like, because all my scriptures got jumbled up some kind of way. So basically, Judas Maccabeus said that if we follow after them and don't fight for ourselves, nigga, it ain't gonna be no more Israel. Like, they gonna be done wiped us from the earth. It's just like King David said in Psalms, they are confederate against us. They say, and I'm paraphrasing, let us erase the name of Israel from remembrance throughout the whole earth. Understand what I'm saying? So anyway, let me get this right. It's First Maccabees. Get First Maccabees chapter 2. Get chapter 2, and I think it's verse. Start at 37.
Come. This is the book of First Maccabees in the Apocrypha, chapter 2, verse 37. But said, let us die all in our innocency.
Right.
Heaven and earth will testify for us that ye put us to death wrongfully.
Okay, these were the Israelites who were devout, who were still keeping the laws, who refused to go to Greece and start being homosexuals and pagans and everything like that. So they were wrought out by the Hellenist king or whatever. Keep going.
Come, verse 38. So they rose up against them in battle on the Sabbath, and they slew them with their wives and children and their cattle, to the people of 1,000 people, to the number of 1,000 people. Verse 39. Now, when Mattathias and his friends understood hereof, they mourned for them right sore. Verse 40. And one of them said to another, if we all do as our brethren have done, and fight not for our lives and laws against the heathen, they will now quickly root us out of the earth.
So at this point, the men who would soon become known as the Maccabees or the Hasmonean dynasty they chose to fight. They chose to have an uprising against their oppressor. Now, something that was different about this uprising is it's a lot different than the riots of today, because these men didn't really care about death. And it kind of reminds me of that brother. Now, before I say this, the I.S.U.P.K does not condone any violence against police or any other person on this earth, especially lethal violence. Understand what I'm saying? That is detrimental to our progress with our people. But the dude from Dallas a few years back, Micah Johnson, is that his name?
Right.
Yeah, he got so angry. He got tired of seeing, first he see Mike, and I think that this was after
Mike Brown.
Yeah, like right after Mike Brown. He was fed up with it. Ex-Marine or something
Military.
like that. Ex-military, infantry, understand what I'm saying? Man, he took it upon himself and injured with 14 laws, were like killed like 7 of them and everything like that. This was like the Maccabees. When the Maccabees first ran down on their first battle, they didn't even have no weapons. They just ran down on them hollering and screaming down the hill. Overthrew them and took their weapons. And they started gaining so much ground that they was like, hey, this working. The Lord with us. The Lord is on our side. Understand what I'm saying? So after they actually gained some footing and made their kingdom again for themselves, then here come another false prophet. Understand what I'm saying? Here come another nigga who's seek to be a high priest and run something in the country that's really a puppet used by the Greeks, which are white people. Understand what I'm saying? Or goddamn devils. Let me see. Get for me real quick. Get First Maccabees 7 verse 5.
Khan. This is First Maccabees in the Apocrypha, chapter 7, verse 5. There came unto him all the wicked and ungodly men of Israel, having Alcimus, who was desirous to be high priest for their captain.
So Alcimus already had the desire. At first it say he was a wicked nigga. Alcimus had already desired to be high priest. Alcimus got so many Israelites killed. It's crazy. He was directly against. He was the nigga that did all of the bidding. They used to send him in if they needed a spy or something like that, somebody for the people to trust, and then he messed them over just like that. Understand what I'm saying? He messes them over just like that. See, coming back to the law, statutes, and commandments will make us immune, will enable black people to be able to detect these kind of niggas from even uprising and coming up. He done set a man above us that is without blame. Commander General YAHANNA.
Right.
But niggas won't listen. Niggas won't listen. It's not that hard. It's not that hard to pick up your damn pants and buckle up your belt and be a goddamn man, man.
Right.
Come on, man. It's not that damn hard, bro. It's not that damn hard to stop eating pork. It's not. Just stop doing it, bro.
Right.
Try it. Just try it. See how your life gonna start changing, bro. When you actually do something for the Most High instead of thinking that He owes you every goddamn thing.
Right.
Understand? But these revolts in the Bible were a lot different from today, because now we don't, well, I don't want to say that we don't, but we don't have any foothold of people. We have the I.S.U.P.K, of course, but this person, this oppressor has beaten us down so much, and we've actually protested and asked him to, like with Martin Luther King, for him to like keep beating us down so much and take so much away from us that we don't even really have a will to fight no more. That's why when riots happen, everybody gets surprised and everything like that. But when white men do it with their guns and everything like that, and they start killing people, some kind of way, like nobody's really surprised.
Right.
Understand? Because of the nature of these people. But they really won't expect black men to do it because all of our leaders and people that say that they represent us are docile.
Right.
Understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody who they put in the forefront is just coons and Uncle Tom. Understand?
So if I could
Go ahead.
just to add a little extra to it, not only are they docile and weak, you know what I'm saying, then the strong men that do have some type of strength, you know, as far as Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, they keep us docile with the drugs. They keep us high. They keep us, you know what I'm saying? They keep us in the, you know, in the ghetto selling the drugs and doing the drugs. So that way we won't even be in the mind state of understanding what's going on, what's happening.
Exactly. Go.
They also have us like
Speak to the mic if you could.
So like you said, they also have us entertainers. You know, an entertainer is just somebody like a clown or
a Sambo
or a sideshow. You get what I'm saying? And they keep our mind on meager things like that. They get them up there. They pay them a whole bunch of money, so it can be something. Call it when you like diversion.
Yeah. Right, it's a distraction. Yeah, divert your mind away from your condition. It's just something like anesthesia.
Right.
Temporary anesthesia. A stimulus check. Oh man, that nigga sending out $2,100. Oh man, we getting extra unemployment. Man, that nigga Donald Trump, bro. Bro, everybody got something wrong, man. Everybody got something. Nah, bro. The Bible said, "Be ye perfect." This is a devil that tells you to his face that he hurts you, and you gonna accept pocket change from him, and you ain't even mad no more. And shit, it's just like I saw the mother of another brother who was murdered, and she was at one of the George Floyd protests, and she was so upset and regretful that she took that damn payoff for not saying nothing when her son was murdered.
Right.
Understand what I'm saying?
Right.
A gift turns away your anger.
I got a perfect precept too, if I could.
Bring it out.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and a gift destroyed the heart.
Right.
Like just to add what Adawan was saying, that's exactly like what you brought out, like the whole being famous thing. it gives you a sense of false reality, false hope, right?
Mhm.
A gift destroyed the heart. So what's the odds? What is the statistics of Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans from the poor, from the ghetto, from the downtrodden areas, making it like a LeBron James? What is the percentage of us that
Right.
make it either basketball players or super famous rappers? Like rapping is like the sought after avenue. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's like easier than being a basketball player.
Easy upstart.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Being an NBA star like James Harden and LeBron. So what they do is they'll make a few stars out of us, right? And then it keeps the rest of us in the hood looking for hey, this could be our way out.
Right.
This
Some
could
kind
be
of
our
comfort in
right.
his head.
Right. But really, in our reality, you know what I'm saying? Now, I will give LeBron James some credit as far as he do speak out some, you know what I'm saying? But of course, he could do way more. All of these entertainers could do way more. Like Dave Chappelle, I got to give it to him. You know what I'm saying? Not to stray off anything. I got to give it to the brother because
he put it on the line.
He made the whole segment 846, right? You know what I'm saying? Speaking on the George Floyd thing, the riots and everything. It was a 30-minute. If you haven't checked it out, y'all need to check it out because Dave Chappelle, a lot of these comedians and stuff always be vocal about certain things that's going on, but they use their platform. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta give Dave Chappelle credit what credit is due.
Right.
He used his platform and reached millions of people within a day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To speak about the atrocities and everything now.
Right.
He need to get in all black and come in the I.S.U.P.K. though.
Right.
To make it official. You know what I'm saying? Now but at least speaking about it is something. You understand? So like
right. And Dave, you can already have a heathen wife and still come into the UPK.
Right.
She just can't come to any of the holy convocations.
Right.
Come into school. So
Yeah, I'm right.
Yeah, go on.
And sir, like you were saying,
Officer Hobby
Officer Hobby,
Mm-hmm.
You have maybe 50. I mean, you have 50 states. In those 50 states, there's hundreds of schools. You get what I'm saying? Everybody in the school every school gonna have a football team.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have 100 of football, thousands, hundreds of thousands of football players.
Mm-hmm.
And from that state, 2 or 3 get chosen to go to the. But you got all these people that they train to look at that like this is my way out, and they don't aspire to be really wise. You get what I'm saying? They life is football.
Right.
Then 3 guys get chose, you working in some factory or something. You get what I'm saying?
It's like hitting a jackpot on a scratch out ticket.
Right.
And you see one person hit the jackpot, so now I'm finna scratch out for 10 years. If every day faithfully, I'm gonna spend my check and go to this grocery store, get these scratch out tickets. Grandma did it. My grandma, you know what I'm saying? Grandma ain't it? They scratch out, never win a thing. Spend all their money trying to hit that jackpot because they seen somebody else do it from this store.
Right.
They're like, hey man, this person hit on the 10 million from this store right here. This store gotta be the store. Right? Now they didn't hit maybe $10, $20, $50, maybe $250, but they ain't never hit that jackpot. You understand? It gives them a sense of false hope. And one thing you don't know, even though this is straying off the subject, but it's kind of correlating with the subject, they only put a very, very extremely small number of those tickets distributed through. Now I ain't talking about to that store. I'm talking about distributed in general to all stores. Only a very small percentage number of them are high hitting numbers. The rest of them are like duds. You know what I'm saying? So this store may never get the winning ticket. But you thinking, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's only maybe about 5 stores that may get high prize winning ticket. And it's distributed all over the United States.
Right.
But it'll make you think, hey, I can hit this if I just scratch out. You know, then they let you hit the $10. They let you hit the $100. But you'll never hit that. You know what I'm saying? You're going to spend way more money than you winning on.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's real. It's real crucial out here because all these false leaders that we have, the reason that they don't choose the man that's blameless is because He hates white people
Mm-hmm.
and he loves black people.
Right.
Understand what I'm saying? That is the main reason. But Christ himself says, be separate, right?
Right.
Hey, find me drawing not yourselves unto them. I think that's in Exodus. Do not make any covenants with them and everything like that. See, the whole thing is separation. If we got the virus within our body, the virus which is the white man, our nation can never grow and become a whole nation. First off, we got to expel all that out of our system. Understand? Just like Judas Maccabees and the Maccabees did when they rededicated the temple. They went in there and killed every damn body in the damn temple. And re-sanctified it, days. Everything like that.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 23, starting at verse 32. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor with their gods. Verse 33.
Thou shalt make no covenants with them. Don't make no agreements with them.
Right.
Don't deal with them, bro. Come home, bro, and cut your own grass. Understand? That's what we ought to be fighting for. Not to be a part of their system, but to have our own land. That's what the legislation should be. To hell with how you gonna start, man, make it be so that police only policing white people. Right. And we got control of our own neighborhoods. The white man would never want that because he is an adversary. Understand? And I had a
it's some more, man.
Let go. Come.
Verse 33. They shall not dwell in thy land, lest they make thee sin against me. Right. For if thou serve their gods, it will surely be a snare unto thee.
It will surely be a snare unto, man, bro. What has it done so far? When Martin Luther King was marching with the white people, bro, what's happened? George Floyd happened after that. Understand what I'm saying? Mike Brown happened after that. Bro, all that happened after Martin Luther King, bro. What did Martin Luther King do, bro? But gentrify our neighborhoods, bro. Gentrification. Now we got Chinese people that can come into our goddamn neighborhoods and beat the hell out of our women. When I know sisters who do nails damn good. Understand what I'm saying? But where would they get the upstart from their business? Do not, read that again, make no covenant with them. It's a do not. Go on.
Book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 32. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor with their gods. Just to add, while you're looking for that, if I could, the Rodney King incident happened after that. You know what I'm saying? In the early 90s. Right. You understand? Everybody want to, jump on a bandwagon with Martin Luther King, but even Martin Luther King said that he feels he has integrated his people into a burning house. What is that? A snare, a trap. You understand? Like, it only leads to trying to join with the enemy. Only leads to a trap. That's just like, I got a mouse trap set up in my house. I got some cheese on it. Now, clearly, I'm that mouse's enemy because I want it dead. Right. You understand? But I put the cheese on the mouse trap because, hey, I want the rat to think that I'm his friend. Correct. I left him some food. And he gonna grab that cheese and off with his head. You understand? Right. And guess what? That is him trying to come in my house and try to join and eat with me. Right. He end up in a trap. And that's the same thing that we going through right now. We are in a trap right now.
Right. Bro, Martin Luther King got murked just like Hananiah did.
Right. Exactly.
Understand?
Right.
And he ain't helped our niggas none, bro.
Mm-hmm.
None, bro. He actually helped out the white man. That's how he got a holiday. Understand? But the thing is that you think that you need this white man because of his money. All we need is each other. We are his money. That's why they started tripping when we stopped buying shit and started burning shit. Understand? That's his power over you. It's his money. With his money, he makes a hell for you on earth. He makes a hell for you in your neighborhood, and you look at his money, you envy him. The Bible says, envy not thy oppressor and
Choose none of his ways.
And choose none of his ways. Understand what I'm saying? So you try to get like him, you try to get that Ben Laden money out of it, you know what I'm talking about? And you will make yourself a whore for that. Understand what I'm saying? So when we stop buying for that short period of time and we started raising his businesses, setting them on fire, looting them, everything like that, then they start to take notice. Understand what I'm saying? I ain't telling nobody to do that because it's counterproductive in the same thing, but you do get some act right up out of them a little bit, a lot more than just somebody give me Ezra's 4-1, by the way. A lot more than voting something else that since we've been able to do it, ain't done a damn thing for us. Ezra.
Oh, Ezra.
Ezra. Yeah, Ezra. 4-1, I believe. Yeah, it's 4-1. See, the thing is that we don't need him to help build our nation. We build our own goddamn nation.
Right.
How we have done before. How everybody else done. The only man that never built his own nation, that always had somebody else build it for him, and he steal it from him, is the white man.
Right.
Understand what I'm saying? Is this oppressor? It's the only one. Ever since even in ancient times, read that Ezra 4:1.
Come.
We had the right idea. Even though these heathens call themselves trying to be nice and everything like that, they remember the serpent of the field. They remember that the serpent is the most subtle beast in the field. Man, bro, you chilling, he be done snuck up on you, poison you, bite you before you know it. Understand what I'm saying? So these people in this passage did not want to, bro, we don't want nothing to do with y'all, bro. We'll do what I said. Read that for me.
Come on, it's the book of Ezra, chapter 4, verse 1. Now when the adversaries of Judah and Benjamin heard that the children of the captivity builded the temple unto the Lord, the power of Israel, then they came to Zerubbabel.
Go back real quick. When the who?
When the adversaries of Judah.
When the adversaries. When the enemies of Judah
and Benjamin
learned that they was building the temple. What happened?
Heard that the children of the captivity builded the temple unto the Lord, power of Israel. They came to Zerubbabel and to the chief of the fathers and said unto them, let us build with you.
Let us build with you. Nigga, are you crazy?
Right.
We know that you are the enemy, bro. We got this, bro.
Right.
We got it, bro. We'll build it ourselves, bro. We done been under a nigga's foot for hundreds of years, bro. Just let us act like, at least for a few hundred more years, that we done learned our lesson about dealing with this devil, bro. When niggas gonna learn it, dog? Like, bro, slavery ain't even that. Oh, bro, like, bro, it's like the saying go, like, if it's 100 snakes in the room and only one of them poisonous. Nigga, you gonna look for the one poisonous one, and then it be like, all of the rest of them cool.
Right.
Oh, bro.
Don't even make sense, sir.
Bro, come on, bro. I'd rather deal with my own, bro. Stop listening to these fake leaders, bro, that's trying to get y'all to join unto the other people. The Maccabees, man, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. The Maccabees, I guess who was fighting with them, and they when they was gaining ground at first, Israelites. That's it, Israelites. And then Jonathan came and made a treaty with Demetrius in Rome. Then you know what happened to Jonathan? Demetrius betrayed him. Understand what I'm saying? Went into a building, they killed him and the 3,000 men. Understand? He betrayed him. Then his other brother, then they had to pass down to his other brother, Simon. Simon called himself being an ally, you know what I'm talking about, with him and everything like that. Nah, first off, nah, I'm skipping the part. I'm skipping the part real quick. Hold on, real fast. Let's go to let's go to you got anything to add? Because I gotta find this. I got to find this.
Well, just if I could, just just like what Officer out of y'all said about, you know what I'm saying, the snakes, using the analogy that Muhammad Ali used. It's like, and then I'm gonna say this because our people are so destroyed that they always want to bring up black on black issues, right? Just like, okay, well, you want to separate from the white man if they're the poisonous snake, but what about the snakes in your own backyard? You know what I'm saying? Now, are there wicked, black, Hispanic, and Native Americans? Of course, we understand that. But I'll rather take my chances with my people because we know that they learn from the oppressor. The ones that are my people that are wicked, where do they get it from? They get it from the source. You gotta look at the source of things. You know what I'm saying? People always want to talk about black on black crime, the things that's going on in the black community. Well, guess what? I'd rather deal with black issues. You know what I'm saying? It's a family affair. We can deal with that. I don't need outsiders dealing with that. That's why we don't need white cops policing our neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can police our own neighborhood. That's what the I.S.U.P.K is for. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather deal with my people because I know if you remove the oppressor, then the oppressor ways will go away. And we can teach our people the right way, which is according to the scriptures. Right. The reason why we're killing each other is because we get it from them. They was the murderers from the beginning. They are born. They're born with that, the same spirit of Cain, the same spirit on them. You know what I'm saying? They were murderers from the beginning. Our people learn from them. So if we can remove them out of the picture, then our people can learn the new way. Of course, if you put a dog in a cage and lock him up in the cage for however long, you go on a vacation for a month, and you tell a dog before you leave, you better not boo-boo in that cage or pee in that cage, you know what I'm saying? And most of the time, if a dog is trained, he's not gonna use the restroom where he laid. But guess what? If you leave him in there for a month, he ain't got nowhere else to use the restroom. He don't know what else is he gonna do? He's gonna boo-boo and piss and throw up all in that cage where he gotta lay it. Right. That's what black people are doing. We are doing these things where we live because it's like we're left with no choice. We're stuck in the ghettos of America because the oppressor has put us in these conditions, right. and then they lock us up for doing the things. They give us the drugs and they lock us up for selling the drugs, right. and taking the drugs. They give us the guns, then they lock us up for killing each other. But they doing it for that purpose. Right. We know we give these people this stuff and we put them in these hellish conditions, then they're gonna have to resort to violence with each other. Right. You understand? So I just wanted to.
Right, man. It's to the point where like, bruh, like some of y'all that seen this, cause I'm only 36 years old. Understand what I'm saying? And I've seen enough post segregation, and I've been big, like I've witnessed enough, like in my face to, man, bro, it's a no-brainer who your adversary is, bro.
Right.
Bro, no matter all, like he'll try to, you know what I'm talking about, pacify you, you know what I'm saying, give or whatever, or you know what I'm talking about, throw you a little bone. But don't you want to be the one that's throwing bones, bro? Dog, like, don't you want to? I don't you think that the black people, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans in the world are owed that today? Or owed that after building this whole, after continuously building this man, white boys ain't out here building a goddamn thing. Chinese people ain't out here building a goddamn thing.
Right.
Arabs ain't out here building a goddamn thing. But just like the curse say, for thou shalt build a house, but you will not dwell therein. Understand what I'm saying? They not putting in no work. They paying us pennies for the work that we put in and making America great. Understand?
Just like Egypt.
I'm trying to get my land so they can make my land great.
Right.
I ain't finna be out here marching so I can have a more comfortable time around them. When I march, like a march is really for, it's gonna be for war.
Right.
Now, that's not saying I'm finna go out here and I'm finna start murdering and killing, nor do I condone anybody do that, nor does my school. But when I march, when it's that day, then I'm marching to get my own. I'm trying to wipe out my enemy.
Right.
Because this enemy has been around. We read Maccabees, and we reading about the same things that they was doing in Maccabees. Hellenization is Americanization. Understand? We made treaties. The North American Indians made treaties after they was fighting just like the goddamn Maccabees, fighting hard. They couldn't catch them. They couldn't catch Simon. He was too elusive. They had to assassinate him. How they did Geronimo, using his own people and well, not as well, yeah, something like that. And then they tried to make treaties with them. Then what they do with the treaty? That shit was just a piece of paper. The nigga that wrote it probably took it after they finished killing off most of the damn American Indians and wiped his ass with it. That's probably what he did with it. Understand? But they did the same thing with Judas and them. When he made his treaty with Demetrius, he got into it with Basides. Now Basides, the treaty went like this. I tried to find the precept, but I can't seem to locate it with this old English. My notes got kind of thrown off, but he actually made a treaty with Demetrius in Rome that says that I will send a decree out all. Now Demetrius was the king. He said, I will send out a decree to all of the lands that I own that says that they should not make war with you, and if they continue to make war, then we will fight them on land or sea. And Judas Maccabees get into it with the nigga that ain't nowhere to be found. They ain't nowhere to be found. And then another power arises, King Alexander. Not Alexander the Great after him, but King Alexander of Ptolemais, I believe. He rise up. So then he hear from Demetrius again. Yeah, man, he gonna try to come get us, man, for all of his brethren that he done killed, bro. Let's go ride out and make friends with him. So this time Judas played the devil, and he got cool with Alexander, and then he went against Demetrius because he did not keep their own. But they still didn't learn about. But they still didn't learn about trying to ally and ride with white people. Simon ended up marrying and got assassinated for it. Understand? Then, according to Josephus, there was a war. Man, somebody get that Wikipedia article for me, because I'm gonna go through a little bit in that.
Which one?
The Hasmonean dynasty. Go down to where it says. Go down to where it says. Roman intervention. Yeah. So according to Flavius Josephus, the Israelites, the Jews, after they had acquired the land, started to have a civil war within themselves again, because some of them thought that only Levites should be priests, and the other ones thought different. This guy gave way to the Pharisees and Sadducees being created and everything like that, and different sects of the Jews. Understand? They had a falling out over something simple, and a house divided cannot stand. That's scripture. They had a feud over something so small, like I tell you how petty it was. Some Pharisees believed that if the water was split while you was pouring it, then it was unclean now. Understand what I'm saying? Just small little things like that caused infighting, and with that infighting, Antipater and them, they falling off. Rome was able to come in and subjugate them once again and rout them out, because we had no cohesion with each other. Falling out, trying to take allies from heathen, trying to do this, not realizing that we all we got. Everybody else just want to kill us, man.
Right.
Everybody else just wants to kill us and wants us to kill each other. We all we have. Why can't we be like the Maccabees under Matthias and Judas Maccabeus, man, and stand up for our people in a real way, and not for all people, man? It's like y'all lose sight of yourself when something is said about a white boy. Y'all will lose all love for y'all brother. Y'all will fight me over him. It can't be like that, bro. You have to gird up your loins and say, hey man, I deal with a little bit of discomfort. Understand? That's a curse. That's a bit our own. Not marching down those streets. If you ever see, like if you ever see UPK marching, then it's on.
I think I got what you're looking for.
Go.
This is the Hasmonean dynasty in the Wikipedia. It says in 63 BCE, the kingdom was invaded by the Roman Republic, broken up and set up as a Roman client state. However, the same power vacuum that enabled the Jewish state to be recognized by the Roman Senate in 139 BCE was later exploited by the Romans themselves. Hyrcanus II and Aristobulus II, Simon's great-grandsons, became pawns in a proxy war between Julius Caesar and Pompey the Great. The deaths of Pompey, 48 BCE, and Caesar, 44 BCE, and the related Roman civil wars temporarily relaxed Rome's grip on the Hasmonean kingdom. allowing a brief reassertion of anatomy backed by the sisters. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Ahmad Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shemal Atah, Hashem Yahushua, Yazamatah, dismiss.